Alright, so this is an interesting one, isn't it? So behind me here, I've just got this new arrival at Binker. It is a BMW M4, but some of you might be familiar with this car because it was on a fellow YouTuber's channel called Mat Armstrong. He bought this car, smashed up, category S car, a year or so ago. He's repaired it all and it's been through the rounds and ended up here at Binker. I'll explain the full story shortly. Let's get on the intro and I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, look at that car. It looks so bloody cool, doesn't it? Now, what's funny with this car is, if someone said to me, Cal, I've got a green BMW M4 with yellow calipers, big goldy, bronzy coloured 20-inch wheels, and a big GTS style wing on the rear, I'd be like, I just don't know about that. But in front of you, this car looks proper cool, man. So let me quickly tell you the story behind this car. So it was actually category S back in, I think, December 2020, so a couple of years ago now. And I think Mat Armstrong, YouTuber, if you ain't somehow have not crossed paths with his channel, it's absolutely brilliant what he does. Great concept. He basically buys smash damaged cars, does them all up, documents the whole lot on YouTube, gets to the end of it, then does a raffle on the car, and then goes ahead and continues that journey again with a new car. So this was one of those cars, and he does all the work himself, or most of the work himself, and he does well to document it all, film, edit, upload all these videos to YouTube whilst maintaining a reasonable quality of work as well. So yeah, credit to him. This car it's a very cool car, and yeah, like I say, Matt bought it. I think the first video that he uploaded was March 2021, so about a year ago now, and he done 11 videos in it. Now I've had a little scan through the 11 videos. It was quite badly damaged at the front, supposedly not structurally damaged, but that was just where it started, because it also had a damaged sump, so it had a bloody hole in the engine sump, but then it had damage on the gearbox sump as well. The exhaust was damaged, and yeah, there's a lot of work that needed doing with this car. The airbags had gone off as well, so it needed a new steering wheel, a new dashboard. It needed a hell of a lot of work, but like I say, the whole lot has been documented on his channel. He then got the car repaired, got it tuned, put the wheels on it, got it visually looking good. I think he's even wrapped it himself, which is amazing that he's able to do all of that mechanical work and then wrap it, and then he's done a raffle on it, and someone has won this car via one of his raffles. Now the story of how it came to me is the person that won the car, so I hope you lot are with me, yeah? You with me? Stay with me, guys. The person that won the car then sold it to a fella that subscribed to my channel, and you can imagine he was very drawn to it. Lovely thing. And he has now decided that he wants to sell the car, so he's come to Binker to see if we're interested in it, and we've offered to sell it on his behalf. Now we do buy categorized cars, but this car is quite a valuable categorized car. It's really difficult to put an exact value on them, so we've just offered to sell the car for the current keeper. And I thought, you know what, I need to do a video on this car. So it has obviously been wrapped in this British racing green colour. You can see previously it was black underneath. Black's a wicked colour as well, but the green, like I said, it would not have been my choice of colour, but let me know in the comments below. I think it looks bloody amazing. Them gold wheels, again, probably not my choice of colour combination, but in front of you, it looks incredible, and I'm hoping that this camera's doing it justice as well. They're 20-inch wheels, absolutely massive. They look huge on the car. I think it's been lowered. It's got a full Scorpion exhaust as well, and it's a great spec car. We'll talk about the spec when we get inside in a sec. It's got a carbon fibre front diffuser there, side skirts, it's forged carbon fibre as well, by the way, and the rear diffuser as well. And of course we've got this GTS rear wing in carbon fibre as well. It's actually, is that a Vorsteiner? Yeah, so it's a Vorsteiner GTS style rear wing. So the car is sort of visually inspired by an M4 GTS. I think even on the dash we've got a GTS. I'm sure it has. I'm sure it's got, yeah, you go, look, GTS lights flashed into the dash there as well, which is pretty cool. Usual competition package stuff, like the big bloody air vents in the seats so you can put your hands through. It's got the M-stitch leather, and what else have we got going on? We would have had the original wheels, but they've been swapped out, of course. Just flip the camera around, it's a bit easier in it. Yeah, what we'll do now is we'll throw a camera up in the window. We'll quickly go through HPI, because there's a few things to talk about there, spec and stuff, and the category thing. We'll then go for a little driving it, because this car's actually been tuned to 535 brake horsepower, so I will do draggy times, my usual platform of video, but we'll go through HPI first, yeah? Let's go. That is it, guys. leaves the window open, I think. So let's pull up the HPI, quickly fly through that before we go for a drive. There we go. So traffic light system as always, green, amber, red. At the top we've got red there to say it's an insurance write-off. It is a category S car because it was supposedly structurally damaged. I suppose if they do a quick visual check, assume that it is, although it doesn't seem like it was heavily structurally damaged from Matt's videos. I don't know the drill, but it's a Cat S car, right? Back in December 2020, okay? It has had plate transfer, which is just an amber light, just to say it's had previous private regs on it. It's had quite a few Y2 BPC, X100 JRT, but it is now back on the YP66 reg, which is all good. And then full registers are clear, it's not stolen, it's not got any finance on it, it has no security watch, and the condition inspected is clear as well. M4 Competition pack, 7-speed DCT gearbox, with 6 former keepers, colour obviously black, but it's been wrapped in green. Now HPI spec check, here we go, it's got 3 stars on the spec check. It was £55,635 new, 5,330 quid's worth of extras, which is pretty good. Optional equipment consisted of the dual clutch transmission DCT gearbox, £2,645. Head-up display, 825 quid. I think that's a bit of a must on an M car. Loudspeaker system, Harman Kardon. I absolutely rate Harman Kardon system. Sound systems, that was 675 quid. Carbon fibre, 395. I'm guessing that is the dash inserts and the centre console there. That's also really nice. Reverse assist camera, a reverse camera, 330 quid is a bit of a no-brainer in my opinion. Sun protection glass, that's also very nice, £265. High beam assistant, 150 quid. Front armrest with sliding function, love that, man. I always point that out when a car's got one. 45 quid for that. Black sapphire metallic, full merino leather in black, so black car, black leather, which is a £0 option, 5,330 quid in total, right? So national mileage register, the car's actually done I think 37,000 miles. I'll double check that in a sec. So it's not been clocked, which is good. That's also very important, and the MOT is not due until the 6th of June, all right? So we'll end it there, start the engine up, have a little listen, check this out. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? So what we'll do now is we'll go for a drive, but that sounded good, yeah? You think that sounded good? Check out this cold start shot from earlier. Yeah, this thing's a beast. I'm very interested to see how well this performs on the draggy leaderboard. So let's go on the road, see how it drives, and then do draggy times. Bloody hell, it's noisy. Now I have put it in M2 mode and that throttle response is just far too sharp. I don't like it in the highest setting. Where is it? Engine, ain't driven an M2, an M3 or an M4 for a while now. I switch it down to Sport instead of Sport Plus. It just makes it a little bit less sensitive. But yeah, it's a bloody noisy car. It pops and bangs as you let off as well. Yeah, very, very noisy. They're just a great all-rounder, aren't they, M3s and M4s? I think they're brilliant. When I've done a video recently on Will at VRS, he's just bought a manual F80 M3. I sat in the passenger seat of that car and I just looked at it and I thought, this is such a good car. What a great choice of car. Now, the last M3 or M4 that I ever drove was my M4 CS. That was also a category S car, funny enough. So that was also a salvage car. But I absolutely loved that car. I daily drove it. It was beautiful inside and out. Shame that it was Cat S, but I did really like it. I just loved what they offer as a car. And obviously the ability or the capabilities they have tuning wise, it's just such a good car. This car running at 535 brake horsepower. It's a stage 2 car, so it's got a few other little extras as well. Listen to it. Listen to it. It's also got sorry, I got carried away there with the sound, or sidetracked with the sound. It's also got these paddles behind the steering wheel, which look a bit big, but they're actually really good. They're proper ones, not stick-on ones as well, I don't think. Unclick myself, and that's, yeah, they're a nice, neat job. That big wing on the rear is very intimidating, I would say. It's quite an intimidating looking car from the front and the rear. I do quite like that rear wing. Now, funny enough, my neighbour at Binker, he's actually got an M4 competition pack car that he spec'd with a BMW rear wing. I don't know if it's a GTS rear wing, but it was an optional BMW wing, and he absolutely loves it. So the rear wing is something that people clearly really like. Matt did say in a video of his that people were a bit unsure about it. I quite like it. Like I said, it's probably not my type of thing, but let me know in the comments below what you think to that big carbon fibre rear wing. Because I think personally, I think it suits this car perfectly. So what we'll do now, guys, is we're going to cut to the draggy times section of the video. These pops and bangs are ridiculous. And we'll see how well it does 20-70 mile an hour, right? Right, got no idea how this is going to go. It's going to be a laugh though, because it's got a lot of power and it's rear wheel drive. I'm fully flat on the throttle there. This is a bloody fast car. Let me look down. Wow! Wow, we've done it in 3.88 seconds. That was run number 1. I've got no idea how that compares to other cars on the draggy leaderboard, but that is the fastest time I've done for a very long time. I've not seen a car starting with 3s for a long time, so I'll do a couple more runs, come back to you in a sec and see if I can beat it. What a brilliant car this is. So I've done a few more runs. Traction was a bit of a battle, I'm not going to lie, which is understandable really, but once you get used to these cars, I've not driven one for a while, once you get used to the diff and how they deliver power, they're actually not too erratic. Like, you can just about fully flat the throttle and get the traction or the power down to the ground. So I've done a lot of runs. The best run I've done in the end was 20-70 mile an hour in 3.66 seconds. That is an unbelievable time. I think that puts it just above Ben's E63 AMG and above the Audi RS7, my old car, and ironically right next to my M4 CS, which was a stage 1 tuned car, 496 brake horsepower. That done it in 3.65 seconds. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. You lot can see it all on the screen, but it sits next to that on the draggy leaderboard. This is obviously about 40 horsepower more than that car, but that car's got smaller wheels and the M4 CSs are a little bit lighter than your normal M4. So really interesting summary to this video. Nice outcome. It's an incredible car. I've not yet talked about values. Let's quickly talk about that. These M4 CSs on Auto Trader currently start at about £30,000. This car is being advertised for £29,000, so just shy of that. But obviously it is a low mileage car, 37,000 miles, and you know what, it's got a lot going for it. It's had the steering wheel done, it's been wrapped, it's got the wheels, it's a proper nice car. And with categorized cars, I always say it's hard to give an opinion on overall categorized cars, because some of them are good, some of them are not so good, some of them have been in worse accidents than others, some of them don't even deserve to be at Cat S, and some shouldn't even be Cat N, they should be Cat S, and vice versa. So it's really difficult to give a strong opinion on category cars across the board. But one thing that's good with this particular car is it's all documented, so you can't really debate with what's been done, what hasn't been done, and what type of accident it had. You can see it all on bloody YouTube. There's 11 videos out there showing the step-by-step stages of this thing being repaired. So credit again to Matt for, like I say, sustaining a YouTube channel, and 2, doing all the work on all these bloody cars. It's incredible really that he's managing to get through so many cars and do the majority of the work himself. So yeah, this car is now going up for sale. I'm going to wrap it up and leave it as that. Don't really know what else to say. Wicked car, great bit of stock. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, it's that dark, that is really dark, sunny day though, which is good. If you did like this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new to my channel for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock, and the odd bonus video here and there. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, bye.